Kachin and Kuki people, a shared struggle for autonomy, brotherhood, and unity. The Kachin and Kuki people, two distinct ethnic groups from Southeast Asia, share deep historical, cultural, and linguistic ties. Over the years, their shared struggle for autonomy and self-determination has brought them together in unexpected ways, particularly in their fight against the military junta of Myanmar. This alliance, strengthened by a combination of military cooperation, cultural affinity, and historical connections, has forged a bond that transcends mere geographical proximity. The relationship between the Kachin and Kuki people is a compelling example of how ethnic groups facing similar struggles can unite for common causes, even when they hail from different backgrounds. Their collaboration is built upon a long history of mutual respect, a shared commitment to resist external oppression, and the understanding that their survival depends on solidarity. As we examine the connection between the Kachin and Kuki, we delve into their military collaboration, shared language, cultural ties, and the greater context of their shared pursuit for autonomy. 1. Military cooperation, united against Myanmar's junta. At the heart of the Kachin and Kuki people's modern relationship is their united front against the military junta in Myanmar. Both the Kachin Independence Army, KIA, and the Kuki National Army, KNA, are engaged in armed resistance against Myanmar's military, seeking greater autonomy for their people. The military junta in Myanmar, under the leadership of the Myanmar government, has long been an oppressive force, systematically marginalizing and undermining the rights of ethnic minorities, including the Kachin and Kuki. Both the KNA and KIA have fought separately for decades, but in recent years, they have formed a closer military alliance, recognizing that their shared struggle for self-determination can only succeed if they work together. This collaboration is particularly evident in their joint military operations against Myanmar's military forces. Both groups have come together in battles along Myanmar's volatile borders, uniting their forces to combat not only Myanmar's military, but also external terrorist groups backed by foreign powers, such as the Indian-supported insurgents in Myanmar's northeast. The cooperation between the KNA and KIA has also allowed for the sharing of military resources, training, and intelligence. These joint efforts have helped the two groups build their military capacity, making them stronger and more efficient in resisting Myanmar's forces. The KNA, which was formed in the 1990s, has benefited from the KIA's wealth of experience in guerrilla warfare and resistance tactics. The KIA, in turn, has reinforced its position with the KNA's knowledge of the terrain and local support networks. 2. Training and mutual support. The brotherhood between the KIA and KNA. One of the most significant recent developments in the Kachin-Kuki relationship has been the increasing military cooperation between the KIA and the KNA, particularly in the form of KIA-led training for KNA soldiers. The KIA, with its decades of experience fighting Myanmar's military, has taken on the responsibility of training the KNA, helping to develop their combat skills and tactical knowledge. This training program not only enhances the military capabilities of the KNA, but also strengthens the symbolic and practical alliance between the two groups. This cooperation extends beyond military strategy. In many ways, the Kachin and Kuki peoples view each other as brothers in arms, sharing a common bond and facing a common enemy. The idea of ethnic unity is central to their collaboration. The KIA's training of the KNA has further solidified this sense of brotherhood, reinforcing the idea that they are fighting not just for the survival of their individual ethnicities, but for a collective vision of autonomy and self-determination. Both the KNA and KIA recognize that Myanmar's military junta has waged a relentless campaign to suppress the rights of ethnic minorities, including the Kachin and Kuki peoples. Thus, their alliance is not just about military cooperation, but about mutual survival. By training each other, sharing resources, and coordinating their military operations, the KNA and KIA have built a stronger, more united front, one that has already proven to be effective in resisting Myanmar's military aggression. 3. Linguistic and cultural ties, a foundation of shared identity. Beyond the military cooperation, the Kachin and Kuki peoples share deep linguistic and cultural ties, which have been fundamental in building their relationship. The Kachin people speak languages from the Sino-Tibetan family, as do the Kuki people, with both groups having a long history of interaction and mutual influence. This linguistic affinity facilitates communication and cultural exchange between the two groups, making their alliance more natural and seamless. Historically, the Kachin and Kuki peoples have occupied neighboring areas in Myanmar, India, and China. Their shared borderlands and proximity have allowed for frequent cultural interactions, further strengthening their connections. Many Kuki communities are spread across Myanmar's Chin state and India's northeast, while the Kachin are mainly found in Myanmar's northern regions. Despite being distinct ethnic groups with their own languages and traditions, the Kachin and Kuki peoples have often interacted through trade, intermarriage, and shared religious practices. The Kachin and Kuki both have strong traditions of animism, which forms the basis of their spiritual beliefs. Over time, both communities have also been influenced by Christianity, which was introduced by missionaries in the 19th century. The Kachin and Kuki people's shared religious practices, especially Christianity, have provided a common ground for understanding and mutual respect. This cultural affinity plays a key role in fostering their military cooperation, as it creates a shared sense of identity and a willingness to work together for a common cause. 4. Struggle for autonomy. A shared political vision. The Kachin and Kuki peoples have long been engaged in political struggles for greater autonomy, and their alliance is not just based on military cooperation, but on a shared political vision. Both groups have long demanded greater political rights and the recognition of their ethnic identities by the Myanmar government. The Kachin, through their Kachin Independence Organization, KIO, and the KIA, have been fighting for greater autonomy since the 1960s, while the Kuki have also pushed for self-rule within Myanmar and India. For both groups, the desire for greater autonomy is rooted in a history of marginalization by the central government. The Myanmar military junta, which has historically favored the majority Bamar population, has consistently undermined the rights of ethnic minorities. This marginalization has fueled the desire for autonomy among the Kachin and Kuki peoples, who see self-rule as the only way to protect their cultural heritage, economic rights, and political freedoms. Through their shared military efforts and political objectives, the Kachin and Kuki are forging a path toward greater autonomy. The military collaboration between the KNA and KIA is part of a broader movement to push for political change, not just for their people, but for all ethnic minorities in Myanmar. The Kachin and Kuki alliance exemplifies the broader struggle for self-determination in Myanmar, where ethnic groups continue to fight for their political, cultural, and economic rights. Conclusion. The Kachin and Kuki people's alliance is a testament to the power of shared history, language, and struggle. Their military cooperation and shared commitment to autonomy are a powerful reminder that ethnic groups, despite their differences, can unite for a common cause. Through their cooperation on the battlefield and in political efforts, the Kachin and Kuki have demonstrated that their bond transcends the challenges they face. This alliance is not just about military strength or shared struggles. It is about a vision for a future where the Kachin and Kuki peoples can live in peace and self-determination, free from the oppressive forces of Myanmar's military junta. Their unity is a beacon of hope for all ethnic minorities in the region, offering a glimpse of what can be achieved when people come together to fight for their rights and freedom. Disclaimer. The videos used in this presentation are done so under YouTube's Fair Use Policy, Section 107, which allows for the use of copyrighted content for commentary, criticism, and educational purposes. Thank you for watching. For more updates and insightful content, don't forget to subscribe to Zalangam Media. Your support helps us continue bringing you in-depth discussions on issues that matter.